A Florida man was arrested after throwing a G at a woman. A Florida man claims he smoked way too much cannabis to get himself ready for the return of Jesus. A Florida man used finger guns to rob a Waffle House. And a Florida man was arrested after pleasuring himself in the back of an ambulance. These are the weird stories for Friday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast. And the only daily weird news podcast that does Florida Fridays. Yes, all the weird news from the state of Florida today, as we always do on Friday, leading you into the weekend with some amazing stories about upstanding Florida citizens. Let's get into it. A Florida man was arrested after throwing a G at a woman. Is that a G as in $1,000 at a woman? Like a grand? I'd love to be hit in the face with a G. I would not press charges. Let's get some more information. What is this G that was used as a weapon? Authorities in Indian River County, Florida, arrested 26-year-old Jordan Thomas for allegedly battering a woman named Shantaria Role. She's 23 years old from Vero Beach. This all took place at a courthouse. But the weapon that was used is the most bizarre part of the story. The arrest report claims that Jordan took a piece of sign from the blackboard in front of courtroom number 3. A very specific letter was taken from the sign and thrown at Shantaria Role. That letter was a G. The G ended up hitting her in the face. Poor girl got hit with a G. A letter G. I shouldn't laugh at that. It probably hurts. Although a G isn't going to hurt as much as a Z. A Z is very pointy. There's points all over. At least 4 different sharp edges on the Z. You could probably chuck a Z like a boomerang. Maybe if you missed your victim, it might even come back to your hand. Getting hit with a G, though, not as bad. It's half of it's round. It's a rounded edge. It doesn't say what the material of this G, what was it made of? It doesn't say. Was it wooden? That would hurt. Probably plastic, I'd imagine. Are they using stone signs at this particular courthouse? Maybe it was a stone G. Why grab a G? Maybe he wanted a gun, but this was the closest thing. I could use a gun right now. What do I? Letter G, close enough. Now, Jordan Thomas is an Amazon driver. Of course he is. They'll hire anybody at Amazon. They do not care. You could have so many DUIs and felonies and get a job as an Amazon driver in Florida, I'd imagine. How many packages has Jordan Thomas not delivered before hitting someone with a G? That's what I want to know. So Jordan is being arraigned for misdemeanor charges of battery. There's no specific charges attached to hitting someone with a piece of a word, I'd imagine. Words hurt, guys. As you know, words can really hurt. In this case, yeah, they can hit you right in the face. Literally. The article ends by saying, there's been some wild assaults in the Sunshine State. And yes, we all know because we listen to Florida Friday. We know the assaults are wild and they're often naked. It says here, a woman was arrested for throwing a plate of chicken at her boyfriend this year. Yes, I covered that story. Also, a couple found themselves behind bars for throwing spaghetti at one another. Yes, I covered that story as well. I'm very thorough. Yay! A Florida man says he smoked a lot of cannabis in order to, quote, get himself ready because Jesus was returning. Jesus is on his way. I'm getting high. That's what he was doing. He knew he'd be blown away by Jesus. He just wanted to be chill when Jesus arrived. Just want to be chill when he arrives, man. I don't want to freak out about it. I actually want to smoke with Jesus. Do you think Jesus would enjoy some THC, bro? This is not the way to prepare for Jesus. Although if you smoke enough, you will see a hallucination of Jesus. To prepare for Jesus properly, I recommend writing down all the bad deeds you've done, asking for forgiveness when Jesus arrives. That's what I'm going to do. And I got a long list of stuff that I did that's bad and wrong. And I'm going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness. Maybe if Jesus will hang out with me. I don't know. He'll be very busy when he arrives. I imagine everyone wants to be with him when he gets here. How are you going to get close to him? I mean, it's tough. You can't even get close to like a senator. Never mind Jesus. How am I going to get close to Jesus? You can't even get close to Bruce Springsteen at all. Try. Go try to get close to Bruce Springsteen. You cannot. You're going to get close to Jesus when he gets here? Doubt it. Okay, let's get into the story. I'm rambling. A man was arrested in Vero Beach for a DUI. Oh boy, that's not how you prepare for the arrival of Jesus. What if Jesus needs a ride? You're not ready to take him anywhere. You have slurred speech, sir. Okay, so the man was saying such things as, I smoke THC to get myself ready for the return of Jesus. I'm getting ready for Jesus' return. That's why I'm high and drunk. I don't think Jesus would approve. Although who knows? Maybe he's into partying these days. You know, he's been doing a lot of work, and maybe he's ready for a vacay. So the arrest affidavit is from Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Wow, Indian River County, well, just very front and center in today's stories. 100% of the stories were out of Indian River County. So the sheriff says they responded after receiving a complaint about a man who smelled like alcohol, probably a Floridian. He was stumbling around as Floridians tend to do. Oh, also added slurred speech. Yeah, that's how Florida people talk. Slurred speech all the time. You can't understand these people. How are you going to ask for forgiveness from Jesus if your speech is slurred, you idiot? He was driving around a parking lot, drunk. Thankfully, it was just a parking lot and not the actual roadways of America. I wish people like this would just drive into the ocean. Just go ahead. Just drive into the ocean, buddy. Upon arrival, deputies say that the man, identified as Carlos Alexander Guillen, was parked with the vehicle still running. The smell of alcohol could be detected from the vehicle, and a half-empty bottle of Hennessy was located in the passenger seat. Because God isn't his passenger, Hennessy is. When asked for his driver's license, Guillen reportedly gave the responding deputy his vape. Here's my vape pen. Could I see your license? You mean my vape? No, I mean your license. No, you mean my vape. No, sir, I'd like to see your driver's license. You want to hit my vape? Is that what you're saying? I don't know, guy. Guillen, with slurred speech, attempted to tell the deputy that there was something inside his vape. What was it? It's THC. THC. I think it's THC. Where's Jesus? Is Jesus here? Do you think Jesus wants to hit my vape? Oh, Lord, hit the vape. Jesus is my passenger. Okay, so he gave the deputy the vape. So did the deputy hit it? I want to know. It's a Florida deputy. I'd say there's a 50% chance that he hit it. Okay, so he told the deputy that THC was inside the vape. Guillen looked to be disoriented, drowsy, and alcohol could be smelled on his breath. He admitted to drinking some Hennessy. Well, you're out of options there, buddy. Hennessy's your passenger at this point, so how are you going to deny it? He said that he had smoked 400 milligrams of liquid THC in his vape, which he understood was illegal. 400 milligrams in the vape, that's a lot. I mean, I'm assuming the vape is empty at this point. He probably smoked the whole damn thing. Guillen went on to tell the deputy that he smoked the THC to, quote, get himself ready because Jesus was returning. He also said that he believed he was in Tampa, although he was actually in Vero Beach. This is not good PR for THC. This is like, let me tell you something, guys. There's a lot of Hennessy involved in these reactions. I'm just going to, you got to smoke a lot of THC to think you're in a completely different city. That's some good shit, though. Where did he get this? He was placed under arrest and transported to the Indian River County Jail for booking, where he'll sit along with the person from the last story that I covered. A Florida man uses finger guns to rob a Waffle House. Madison County, Florida. Edward William Rodriguez was identified based on video footage and witness descriptions. He entered the Waffle House at 8 p.m. on Monday. Witnesses described him as a white man wearing a gray hoodie, dark jeans, a dark hat, dark hair. He was also accompanied by a very small dog. Because when you're going to go rob a place, you want to bring your small dog around. That's helpful. In case anybody acts up, you just have the little dog attack them, I assume. Rodriguez began shouting at everybody in the Waffle House to get on the ground. Y'all are getting robbed. Y'all are getting robbed. That's not proper English, but he's trying. He's trying. Okay, he then stated that he was high and drunk. Y'all are getting robbed. Also, I'm very high and drunk. That's when like everybody in the Waffle House is like, yeah, bro, we're high and drunk too. We're eating at a Waffle House. What do you think this is? You think anybody comes here to eat at the Waffle House sober, bro? No, everybody's hungover or high or drunk. So you're not special, Rodriguez. Well, I am special because I'm robbing y'all, and y'all better respect me and my little dog, Moby. Okay, so then what happened? He made the announcement that he was high and drunk, and then he grabbed napkins and walked out. That's it. He grabbed some napkins and walked out. That's the robbery, bro? Wow, you are really high and drunk if that's all you took was napkins. I'm robbing y'all. Get ready to get robbed, y'all. You ain't gonna be able to recover from what I'm about to do to y'all. Take that, Waffle House patrons. You can't wipe your chins now. Bye-bye. Where's my dog? Anyone see my dog? Where's Moby? Okay, so Rodriguez walked out with the napkins, got into his vehicle, and left the parking lot. It says here the suspect did not appear to have a weapon during all this, but did, according to an employee of the Waffle House, raise his hands with his fingers in the shape of a gun. And that was enough to call 911. In Florida? Are you okay? Now, the video footage and description allowed the deputies to locate Rodriguez at his residence, where they placed him under arrest without incident, after he admitted to the crime. Yeah, that's right. I told them they was going to get robbed. I was high. I was drunk. I needed napkins. I had a little spillage at my house here. Moby likes to make messes. Knocked over my OJ this morning. Needed some cleaning materials. I didn't have any. So I just thought I'd just walk over to the Waffle House and get some napkins. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. What happens when a Floridaman gets naked in the back of your ambulance? Well, it's another kind of emergency, isn't it? A man called for an ambulance, complaining of shortness of breath. Once the paramedics arrived to assist him, they put him inside their emergency vehicle, also known as an ambulance. That's when this Florida man took matters into his own hands. The St. Petersburg police got a phone call around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. According to the arrest report, Mr. Terry Wayne Majors, age 30, who's a St. Petersburg transient, got fully naked in the back of a Sunstar ambulance. Yes, took off all his clothes. I need help, shortness of breath. Well, I guess maybe taking off your shirt could help you with shortness of breath. I don't know about that pants situation. Seems like everybody in Florida just takes their pants off at a moment's notice. It's just out of control. Now, Terry wasn't done just removing clothing. He decided to start masturbating in the back of the ambulance. A little bit strange, especially with the EMTs trying to treat him. He's looking in their eyes and masturbating in the back of an ambulance. Imagine this. They don't pay EMTs enough, by the way. In addition to masturbating in the back of the ambulance, the report says he was wearing a condom while doing so, which is probably the most bizarre part of the entire story. And it almost implies that he was planning all of this, because he was already wearing the condom under the clothing, getting ready to... I know how I'll spend my Thursday afternoon, masturbating in front of some EMTs, but I don't want them to feel completely threatened as if I would shoot them. So let me put a condom on and masturbate safely in the back of this ambulance. According to the arrest report, as the ambulance continued to St. Petersburg Hospital, like they didn't even pull over. He's masturbating. You don't pull over. You just keep going. It's pretty clear that once he starts touching himself in the back of an ambulance, that this whole shortness of breath thing is just a ruse. Is anybody using their brains in this story? Okay, so they keep going to the hospital, apparently. That's when this guy Majors asked for an ice pack, upon which, according to the report, Mr. Majors proceeded to fold the ice pack and masturbate with it inside the ambulance. Are you guys okay? You didn't see this one coming? Wow. I've never looked at an ice pack, by the way, and been like, oh, that's going to feel real good on my places. Never. It's too, first of all, it's way too cold. It's got sharp edges as well. Wow, man. So it says here the first responders, I guess that means the EMTs, they want to prosecute. No word on whether Majors had or was treated for shortness of breath. That's what it says in the article. No word. Are you still waiting for word? Hey, we'd still like to know if Majors is experiencing shortness of breath. How's he doing anyways? He's charged with misdemeanor count of exposure of sexual organs. It doesn't say anything about attacking emergency responders, but you should include that. He almost shot him, really. If it wasn't for the condom, there was a very thin layer of latex between him and them. Ooh, wouldn't want to be in the back of that ambulance during that time. Very dicey. Hey, what's up, weirdos? And thanks for sending me Florida stories, those of you who did. You can always send me stuff to funnyjones@gmail.com. That's my email. I got a new patron, and I want to give much love. Stephen Clark became a patron. Stephen Clark joins the pantheon of patrons. Stephen Clark will have his name enshrined on the official On the Wall, a.k.a. the recording studio. So, Stephen, you should be very proud. And thank you, man. You made my morning. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support I got via the Patreon. It's like amazing. And the wall is getting covered in names. So, yeah, if you guys want to get your name on the closet wall, join the Patreon. You get more than that, though. You get a lot of extra Weird AF content. So, Stephen, please enjoy that extra weird content. Please have a great weekend and know that I appreciate your support very, very much. Thank you, dude. Also got some nice reviews. This one on iTunes, also known as Apple Podcasts. My favorite news by far, 5 stars. This is a must-have in your news lineup, a nice palate cleanser. Perspective adjustment. Jonesy is hilarious and real. I love it. Perspective adjustment. I love that part of the review. That's very good. Yes, you could describe my show as perspective adjustment. That review is from, I just can't read the name here, HTFHJFD. I know what an HJ is. I don't know what the rest of this is. Hey, HJs. Okay, I also got a review on Amazon from E-Rock. E-Rock's awesome. It's a cool name. 5 stars. The title is Weird Is As Weird Does. I don't want to like this skill. It's so stupid. The stories are idiotic. It sometimes makes me ashamed to be human. However, I am hooked. Jonesy, the host, makes it fun and positive and helps us laugh at ourselves. He knows that we all have the potential to be just as dumb as the people in the stories that he shares. Well, not like the people in today's stories, E-Rock. Let's hope we're not all that dumb. But yes, I love what you're saying here. Let's go on. It could be more family-friendly. My kid likes it, but I have to turn it off sometimes. As long as Jonesy doesn't start catering to the woke pundits. Don't play to the cancel culture, Jonesy. This show will be an essential part of my daily briefing. Thanks for delivering regular smiles and laughs. Thank you for this amazing review as well, E-Rock. I so appreciate this. This is one of the better reviews I've ever got. Super, super thoughtful. And don't worry, look, I'm not going to pander to the cancel culture. Are you crazy? Pfft, get out of here. Am I not going to be me? Bro, don't worry about that. Keep listening. It's an honor to be an essential part of your daily briefing, and I hope to continue to do so. Thank you to E-Rock and the whole fam. Big shout out to the E-Rock fam. And sorry about sometimes being a little too edgy for the kids, but it's not really meant for kids. But hey, give me credit here. Thousands of episodes, right? Thousands of stories, I should say. I don't drop an E-bomb, an E-bomb. I don't drop an F-bomb. You know, I keep the F-bombs out of it. That's a huge win for someone from Boston. I have to tell you right now. That's very difficult. Okay. Anyways, if you guys would like to leave a review, like these people have, these supporters of the show, or join the Patreon as well. These are multiple ways that you can support the show. Well, you guys know how to join the Patreon. Go to weirdafnews.com, click on the banner, and you can leave a review by going to Amazon or Apple Podcasts. Super helpful. You can call the show 646-450-2012. I believe my inbox is filled with some messages from the Angry Floridaman, so I'm going to publish those right after this. I'd love to hear from you guys over the weekend. If you'd like to call, just drop me a little note. Let me know you're alive. I love you very much. Have a great weekend. Be safe, okay?
Ooh, I don't know about this one, Jonesy. $7,000, and you get to rent some grandparents from, what would you say, Indiana? Now, I may be from Florida. I may not be the most politically correct or politically savvy type person, but I will tell you that their grandparents they're going to rent to you, they are not going to be woke. They're going to have the worst type of vocabulary, if you know what I mean. The kind of vocabulary that when you have them out in public, they may say some of them four-letter words in front of other people that may just get you slapped. Jonesy, I was listening to the pixelated Japanese porn thing there with the face swap, and for a second there, I thought you were saying that he was putting faces where the pixelations were. I just thought that'd be extra creepy to see in real life. And wow, Minnesota Jeffrey Walker, dynamite. Here down here in Florida, we have our own set of fake under the radar airports. So, for smuggling. And that's what you probably are doing up there as well. Some type of illegal shipping of something. Because no one just puts an airport up and doesn't tell the city, but somehow gets around it and tells the FAA. Maybe there's some palms that weren't greased correctly. But anyway, Jeffrey, if you get kicked out of Minnesota, I got a little plot of land out here behind the trailer park. Smuggler's Blues. Come on down. So I hear the UK's short on bouncers, man. We don't have bouncers here in Pinellas Park. We just got the biggest guy drinks free, and if shit goes wild, he acts up. Throws people out. Yeah, probably won't put this one on the recording because it doesn't really make sense. But, I like to shoot from the hip occasionally there, Jonesy, I ain't got much to say sometimes, so sometimes I comment on things I really don't know what I'm talking about. I've never been to the UK, but I've been to BK. Did I tell you how I used to work at BK? Oh, yeah, man, I used to make them BK broilers. I was a chicken sandwich man. I used to make all the nuggets, and every once in a while, the tenders. Every once in a while, when no one was looking, I'd grab a tender, I'd swipe it through the mail, and I'd jam it in my mouth, and it'd be burning. It'd be burning my little teeth, burning my gums. Well, what does this have to do with one thing? It has to do with the other is the fact that I'm going to babble right on until this thing just shuts off. It's going 56 seconds. It gives me about a minute. And anyway, all right, I'll say it because you didn't. He put air in his rectum. He killed him. All right, now that I got that out of the way, I know that about 50,000 people listening to this thing definitely said that to themselves. But all these boys were doing, you know what they were doing. They probably put a little in, and they made some funny noises with their bums, and then they just went too far with it. I'm not condoning it, but I am a Three Stooges enthusiast, and they, maybe the Three Stooges got to that part of the country world, and they don't know that you shouldn't use a compressor though, man, to clean your clothes, or put in your rectum. Damn near killed them. It actually did.